Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Uncle Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is Host of Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch this video podcast over on youtube.com/DripGeeb. Drip, this is a weird episode this week, because if you haven't noticed, man, we're not live right now. Or
we are not. Or are we?
Or
are we? We might be. Wink, wink. I don't know. We are live. We are just secretly live.
We are technically live right now. We are actually live over on our Discord channels. It's a privatized video for Discord people. However, this is happening in the past. It's actually July 11th.
Everything about this.
I am at the beach right. I just thought about this. I'm sitting on the beach right now.
You are right now.
Sipping a pina colada.
I'm
hanging
still
out with
here.
Mrs. Geeb and my family on the beaches of Delaware/Maryland. But actually, in reality, I'm here in Illinois still. You're over in West Virginia. And this episode is being pre-recorded to a live audience. Only for our Discord people.
We don't do that a lot.
No, it's not. Because like I just said, I'm going away for a while.
Right.
So we have to do, I figured, we're normally, like last week, we put up a Drip and Geeb Selects, which for right this second is irrelevant. But for the future, when you're seeing this episode, you saw a Drip and Geeb Selects episode. And we're like, I don't know, we could do another Selects episode, or we could go ahead and pre-record something and make it a little surprise for you guys. Because again, it's not live. Maybe we'll do this as a, what's that called when it's not live on YouTube, but it's like a little chat and everything. A presentation, or what's it called?
That thing.
Yeah, we could do that, and then maybe if I could take some time off from my sun tanning, to stay in the live chat for this episode. I don't know. We'll see about that. I'll probably tell you right now in the chat if I'm sun tanning or not. But yeah, this is weird. This is very meta for me. I wasn't even thinking about this.
I know, man.
Second.
I don't even know how to. I'm glad we are doing it live. I'm glad there are some people here, though.
Yeah, we have some people in here. Thank you
from the Discord for hanging out. Do appreciate that. I did not want to do this not live. We've how many times have we done it actually not live and then just posted the podcast? Once?
Maybe once.
I was like, we both got done. We were like, that was weird. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. I remember that, but I don't ever remember doing that again. So it had to be only once.
Yeah, I think it was that one time. But yeah, it's much better to have people here, share the experience. It's great.
For sure.
Lovely.
For sure.
Love it.
Yeah. So thank you guys for our Discord people who are hanging out. Members, that's something we're talking about right now. So if you're an audio listener, this isn't technically relevant to you. However,
it could be.
Oh, by the way, this episode's about Switch stuff. We'll get to that in a second. But right now, we're going to push our YouTube right now and our memberships. So we just became partners on YouTube. Thank you to everybody. Do I have a sound effect? I got that one. That the giraffe chime.
Wait, keep talking.
Wait, do you have a sound effect?
Hang on. Uh-oh.
Can Drip get a sound effect off? I don't know. I'll just keep talking. What was I saying about membership? So we are partners on YouTube now. So that means that we have opened up the ability for you guys to support us via fan funding. So if you guys want to leave us a super chat, if you guys want to give us $5 a month, actually more importantly, is a membership. And if you become a member of the Uncle Geeb Podcast, you are getting an extra podcast every month. A podcast that is only for members, not for people on anywhere else, only for members. And so yeah. Yay! Beautiful. Drip's our sound effect man. So if you want to become a member, please do so. You get an extra podcast a month starting out, and then in the future we're gonna up it to more than once a month. So we'll see. We're gonna see what the response is first with memberships. But yeah, please join our members if you feel so inclined. If your audio side of things, consider subscribing on YouTube as well as becoming a member so you get that extra podcast per month. It's going to be cool. Appreciate you guys.
And if you're not other stuff.
Yeah, we are. And if you're not a member, no big deal. We understand the world's in a crisis, or at least our country, for that matter. As far as money, we got no money. Ain't nobody got no money. But yeah, if you got some money, send it our way. We'd appreciate it. Get you some extra content per month. But yeah, this episode is actually about a legit thing. Technically, not really though.
It's not legit.
A legit Switch topic that is not legit in its authenticity. However, we're gonna spin this to make it a really fun thing here. But before we do that, Drip, what is your beer of the week this week?
Oh, I got to get it out. I don't even know what it is. It was in my refrigerator. I don't know exactly what it is. Hang on.
So you don't know what's in your refrigerator. Is that what you just told me? That you just got something from your fridge that you have no idea what it is because you didn't put it there?
I didn't put it there.
Oh, you did. Okay. So what do you got?
No, I did not put it there.
Oh, you didn't?
this is a Vizzy? A Vizzy hard seltzer.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
It's a strawberry kiwi hard seltzer. There were other flavors up there. This is the one I chose because I like strawberries and I also like kiwis. And when you put those together, I think that's also a nice flavor. I'm a fan of that. So that's what I got. And I don't know what it tastes like, but I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, give it a sip there, Drip. What's it taste like?
I'm going to guess. Here's my guess. Strawberries and kiwis.
Okay. Bold prediction.
Oh, it's actually really good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got a lot of flavor. I always feel like seltzers have like really muted flavors.
Yeah,
it has a lot of flavor actually, and it's got a lot of kiwi too. It's very good actually.
Very good. My beer of the week is not a Bush Peach, although that's what I've been drinking for you guys. This beer of the week cannot be drank. What's the word? Drunken? No. This beer of the week
be drunken. That's definitely
comes in a can for you audio listeners. I would shake it. If that's coming through, I don't know.
What is that?
This, my friend, I've had this for months. This, my friend, is a Jelly Belly draft beer jelly beans. Okay?
What?
Yes. Leaving this special. I was waiting for a special occasion to bring this out for beer of the week because we brought it back recently. And I felt like this was the perfect time to do it. So I need a knife to open this up because it doesn't there's a tab, but it's a fake tab, as you can see right there.
It doesn't open?
It doesn't
it's just
open.
Like stamped on?
Yeah. So like I think I need this
Careful with the knife,
plastic.
please. Careful with the knife.
I'm a grown-ass adult, my friend. I can use knives if I want.
Just be careful, please.
I'm being careful. Okay, so I got the plastic off it. It's been unsheathed. Let's go ahead. It looks like it twists off here. It pulls. Yes. It pulls off.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Oh my god, they're like little they're small little babies. Look at that. It's got look at it.
Okay, open it. Try it. Try it.
All this.
Open it. Open it.
Knife again. Let's try this. I don't know.
Be careful.
No idea what it tastes like. Listen, man, I can do this.
Just be careful. That's all I'm asking.
Oh god, they stink. Oh, they smell like yeast. Ew. Oh, it's horrible.
Ew, like old bread.
Oh god, it stinks so bad. I don't want to put this in my mouth.
No, come on.
Is this a joke? I'll tell you where I got this in a second. Where I got these, I didn't buy this. I'm not crazy.
Eat it.
Oh, it smells like BO and yeast. Oh my god. Oh god.
Do it. Okay. A little bit of a different face there. Yeah. Okay. He's thinking. He's not that upset. He might be happy. Verdict,
right.
Please.
It smells like dirty butt. Okay. It smells like yeast, and it's not pleasant. It is actually repulsive. I'm gonna put that far away. Now, when I put it in my mouth, which I should not have done, and tasted this thing. It tastes like sweet jelly beans.
Everything you just said, Alba. The only thing I want to say is that's what she said. Entire sentence.
Yes. However, tasting them, they're very sweet. Taste like jelly beans. There is this weird aroma in my mouth. Even still, I'm like, when you're at like your 10th beer of the night and you didn't drink any water and your breath smells like, or like,
yep,
that is exactly that's my mouth right now. I only had one though. Imagine if I ate more of them, it'd be worse.
Yeah,
but
I mean, maybe it's like
yeah, aftertaste not good. Smell, throw it out the window. Get this out of my house. As far as taste it's really not that bad. They did a good job emulating beer.
Okay, you
and
have
the
to bring
worst
those.
kind of beer. Oh, trust me.
You have to bring those.
As soon as I saw that they're coming, they are in little individual packages. Yeah. I'm like, this will be easy to bring.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna bring these Jelly Bellies and probably make each other eat them or something because or smell them. We're not gonna make each other eat them. We're gonna make each other smell them.
Oh, we should find some other kind of like really. What are those ones where you get like, okay, it could be barf or it could be
I've seen those.
You get one or the other. It's either barf or I don't know, tangerines.
Right. Yeah, we'll see if we can get a hold of one of those. But yeah, sorry for the a little bit long beer of the week this week. But this is a special week. We're doing a little special, fun episode for you guys, or totally original content. Okay, Drip. First thing up, we got a leak, and I have the link here. I haven't even opened it yet. Let's open this link.
I have it.
So it's
we got a leak.
I was gonna read this ahead of time. I haven't even got a chance to even look at this, so I'm literally in the dark on this. Besides what our community member, Caffeinated Diabetic, a friend of the stream as well, Caffeinated, went ahead and sent us this link. And I don't know, man. So you've read this already?
Yeah, I looked into it too. I
give us. It's about the Switch U or Switch 2U or what? The Switch Wonder even?
That's what they're saying. This is called. Let's start here. Mm-hmm. This is garbage. This is absolute shit. This is not real.
3 weeks in a row, we're talking about Switch Pro stuff, and all of it's garbage. But it's still fun.
There have been some actual. We could talk about. There are actual rumors.
No, we're not talking about those
for another time. Like,
yeah.
But there are actual. I was thinking about.
We got a fun spin. We got a fun spin on this episode.
Okay, so this particular leak, it's called the Switch Wonder, just like Mario Wonder, which they made Mario 64 when they put out the Nintendo 64, so it's not like it hasn't been done before, but. I don't think that's what this is going to be called. Launch date. Here you go. October 20th, 2023.
Is that so? 3 months from now.
$400. There will be a 64 gigabyte $400 version, and there will be a $500 256 gigabyte configuration, which that makes sense. Let's go from 64 to 200, like nothing in between there. Whatever. That doesn't matter. Anyway,
that's the least weird thing about this.
But the $500 one comes with Super Mario Wonder.
No, but not the cheaper one. Just the $500.
Because Nintendo loves to just give you free games that are brand new, because they do that ever.
And only in one of the consoles, not both of them.
Okay, right.
Sure.
Super Mario Wonder will be Nintendo's first native 4K game. Also bullshit. All right, here we go. Nintendo Switch Wonder console. The Joy-Cons will have Hall effect thumbstick.
That's the most believable thing I've heard.
No, that's still not believable. I don't think anybody's going to adopt that yet. Maybe. I could be wrong. Nintendo maybe, because they need it badly.
I actually feel strongly about this. I actually think strongly, all jokes aside, we're going to get the Hall effect sticks in the next Switch console. I really do.
Okay, well, maybe. 900p OLED screen, touchscreen, front-facing camera, and another one on the back. So 2 cameras and 900p OLED screen.
Yeah. Well, okay, so 900p makes sense. It's not 1080p. It's higher than the Steam Deck, which is important to note.
The Steam Deck's what,
800p. So it'll probably be a smaller screen at a high resolution. So, and with an OLED, that actually makes a lot of sense to me, because it's not going so high to where the battery life will be garbage, and it's not so low of an upgrade that people are like, but it's only the same resolution as the last one. It's not an upgrade. Boo-hoo. Okay, so you're shutting those people up, and you're also getting something that is a little bit of an upgrade visually. So that's cool. Okay. I believe that. I mean, I also believe that maybe one day God will come down from the sky and prove us all wrong. But I don't know. To this point, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know. So this is where it starts getting. This is where it starts getting into the woods. Not that we're not already deep in the forest at this point. Yeah. Where was I? Okay, the Switch dock works without the Switch connected. So just as the dock itself, as it sits there by itself. Now, hold on. We're not even talking about your stuff yet. We're talking about the dock itself just sits there and works. No games, no nothing. But they're saying it only works for you to look at your games. You can go to the eShop, and you can use apps like YouTube and Hulu.
So it's restricted.
That would be, which would, I mean, we're talking about Nintendo, so that would make a lot of sense. They do tend to restrict stuff.
But they restrict stuff, but they would never.
All that is so weird.
They would never say, look, here's your console, your brand new console that in this mode doesn't do majority of the things that you expect it to do. It only does some of the things.
Okay.
No way in absolute hell. When you can, for $400, we're in a PS5 digital. It's $400, and that does everything. You want it to do?
Okay, well, it'll do it. You just have to put your Switch back in it. This is just saying, like, the dock itself will do that without the Switch. Okay.
No.
Now, there's more. Now, the Switch the Switch can connect wirelessly to the dock. So we're talking about a Wii U situation here. And that's where we're going to kind of take this as we go on with the rest of the episode here, because that's an interesting thing, because Geeb's been talking about that. I like the idea. We're going to get into that. But it's saying that you can connect wirelessly to the dock, so you don't need to actually put it in. You can actually just use the Switch, connect to the dock, go to the TV, which that would be cool. And then this is the thing. Okay. New Pro Controller has a small touch screen on it, on the new Pro Controller, a tiny touch screen. For what fucking reason? I don't know.
Accidental misclicks.
Yeah, like let me ask you this real quick. As far as a screen on a controller goes, how big do you think you can get that?
I think you can probably get it
if it's not a Wii U gamepad.
Oh, yeah, right. No. Like kind of like if you look at the PS5 controller, that's not a touchscreen, but it is a touch-sensitive pad on it. You have it right there. And what would you say on that thing? Give me some like thumb estimates of like how many inches you think they could fit a screen onto that size of that touchpad on the PS5 controller, Drip? Inch and a half?
An inch and a half?
By 2
maybe?
inches? Inch and a half by 2 inches, or maybe 1 inch by 2 inches? Because it's like
there you go. There's my thumb. I mean, that's true.
I would say long waist 2 inches, right? Something like that.
Yeah, a little bit longer maybe on the top part. I don't know. It's not big. What is the point of a screen like that?
I think that they thought it was
a touch screen,
not a touch sensitive pad, a touch screen.
Yeah, a touch screen. So you're literally like touching certain things on a screen that big. Like, how accurate are you going to be? Like, me and my fat fingers not going to be able to. Like, no, I'm sorry. There's no way.
You have fat, dude. I have sausages.
Okay,
on my hands. Okay.
I have big fingers. Yes, they don't. They don't touch.
We'll do a finger comparison when I come by next week. Oh, trust me, mine are bigger. I got big ass. My palms are big and my fingers are even thicker. It's ridiculous. They're not fat. They're just thick. Anyway,
chunky. They're chunky.
Yeah,
chunky. Okay.
Big bones.
So that is, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. The cartridges. So the OG Switch cartridges can be inserted into the Switch Wonder for verification, but it requires an internet connection to download a modified version of the game. So it's backwards compatible, but your actual cartridges, they go in to basically verify that you have the game, and then you download, so you're getting digital copies anyway. So there goes your physical media. It's worthless. It's made to be digital again.
Are they implying that there is no physical cartridges supported on the system besides the download of your old Switch games?
No. I think it doesn't say anything about the new ones, but they're just saying old games, Switch games. You will insert them, and it will read it and recognize it, and then download a modified version from the internet for you to play.
If there is a cartridge port on the console, there will be cartridges for the system, period. There is no way that they simply put a basically what it is an expansion slot to play your old games on a console just for backwards compatibility.
But again, all this is stupid.
All or not, like we said before, all or nothing is basically with support there.
So in this world, yes, I'm guaranteeing that they would still have the same type of cartridges.
Yeah, it have to be.
But they would have different things on them, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Wake up, Drip.
Okay.
Wake up.
I'm awake. I'm fine. I'm awake. Okay. So, Tears of the Kingdom and Pokemon come with a day one patch that improved performance and reduced loading times.
Can I interject again here, Drip?
Please.
That right, all this stuff. Okay,
Pokemon.
I get this. All this stuff, I get. Okay, a lot. Obviously, I still don't believe it, but I could get the logic system and all of it. Maybe not the cartridge thing, but besides that, it's when you get to this point, it's the specific point out of Tears of the Kingdom and Pokemon, because those are the two games people right now in the Switch community are really asking to be better in performance, because like older Switch games don't really need it that much. I mean, like look at Mario Odyssey and Mario Odyssey in particular. I mean, no one's asking for an upgrade on that. It looks great. It runs great on the Switch. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Pokemon, these are the games that don't look the best. So just to say that only those two games, to be more realistic, they could have said your Switch games will get your first party Switch games will get a day one patch. That's more realistic to say than only these 2 games, the ones that everyone's
that doesn't
talking
make
about.
sense.
No, they would not do that for just 2
only
games.
2. Yeah, there would be way more if they were doing it. They would have a bunch of stuff probably ready to go, especially since they're going to be dropping this, and it would. Okay. Anyway, but they're saying that for Tears of the Kingdom, the loading time between shrines and the open world are completely removed. So if you walk in and out of a shrine instead of having a loading thing, it's just straight in, straight out. So there's that.
I'm what? It's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Pokemon is gonna. It sounds like Pokemon will get up to a steady 15 frames per second. That's a joke. I'm just kidding.
Oh God, yeah.
So that's basically it. That's basically the leak here.
Where's
there
the
were some
what's
other
the sources?
actual
What's
leaks.
the sources?
Dude, it's on 4chan, dude.
I'm saying. So was it somebody? There's no sources there. They're just trying to leak information, quote unquote. Just trying to leak information.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't see a source. I don't see anything like that.
Literally every single one of these things we've said at one point in time. Besides like the bundle thing, which is just silly.
We know that ain't happening.
Like everything at one point in time we've said, oh yeah, bundle pro controller. My whole idea with this Wii U Switch thing, which we'll get to in a second. That's basically this whole idea. We literally can guess any of this stuff. There's nothing here that's like, oh, this is where this is legit leaking information. They actually know.
No, this is like, this is basically
you can guess
videos I've made twice. I've made this video twice of what it could be. Some of this stuff was on there.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to go over?
Not with this. We're going to move on. I do want to say that there are some actual leaks, some credible leaks from factories talking about metal chassis. That's a thing.
I've said that in the past before. I've said.
Well, that was leaked, or that was like rumored way back in the day. Before I made my first what the Switch Pro is going to be. The aluminum or magnesium alloy chassis.
Yes.
That was like the thing that people talked about for a while.
Let me tell you, because you might think that Nintendo will go as cheap as possible, which they will, and they will never go metal, which I may have even said in the past before. It's possible I've said that in the past, but time moved on here, and I'm thinking about it. My uncle gave me for Christmas recently, like last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago, I used it on stream once for a karaoke stream. Remember the karaoke stream where I did this Christmas? I read off this tablet. I read the chat off the tablet. And
that little tablet. Yeah.
Yeah. So that tablet came from my uncle. It's like $80 from Walmart. It's just, it's garbage Walmart tablet. And it does the job for what you're trying to use it for.
Right.
Which is next to nothing. But, I'll use it as like basically a little scroll to read chat off of. Right. That thing has a decent screen on it. The viewing angles are terrible. But for $80, it gives you a whole tablet, but most notably, metal chassis. So
it's just think about it. It's not that much metal. It's just
no.
It's not, and it's aluminum.
Plastic arguably is more durable than something like that on my tablet, because if I was actually going to grab it and show you, but it's this hassle. If you drop that thing, it would dent. It would. It's thin metal. It will dent. If a kid that Nintendo chooses plastic because it is, while it's cheap and flimsy, it is durable. Plastic is durable. Okay.
Yeah. Instead of snapping, it just kind of,
yeah. Yeah, or instead of like bending and mold, it just kind of either cracks open altogether, but it keeps its shape even though it gets cracked. Whereas like metal would bend. So there's an argument to be had to say Nintendo won't use metal because of the kid aspect of it. There's Nintendo's handheld consoles; they need to be kid proof. And a plastic one is kid-proof, whereas metal might not be because of the dents and everything. Shock absorption might not be good at that. But that's actually all that to say. It's actually possible it could be metal. I think it could be.
Yeah,
metal.
It's possible. This sounds credible. I haven't looked into it a ton, but from what I'm gathering, this leak is coming from the same place that the original leaks from the first Switch came from that were right. Same place. Connection with a factory that Nintendo uses. So, yeah. Could be possible, but that is not what we're talking about. We're talking about this and how we both talked about what the Switch could be. I've made 2 videos on it. I just referenced both of those right now. You had a great idea, and it was what was it? 2-3 months ago? I think we really talked about it on this podcast.
I think more than that. I think so.
You're probably right. It was probably
2022. I think that's maybe more likely.
I don't know. Regardless, it was a good idea. Really liked the idea. So I want to go over that because it kind of some of this was in there. A lot of your idea was more of and I love the idea. A lot of it was the Switch kind of doing what the Wii U did as far as the gamepad was concerned, where you could use it in both places in that manner. And what you could do with the gamepad, I will say, and I'll let you take it from here, I will say the Wii U was a little bit ahead of its time, kind of a prototype for what the Switch ended up being. It didn't quite do what they wanted it to do, but it did more things than it's given credit for. That's for sure. That thing does a lot. It does a lot.
It does. And actually, more recently, Mrs. Geeb has been playing a lot of Wind Waker, which you can see the fingerprints all over my Panda Wii U tablet here.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Geeb's been playing the crap
I saw
out of
when
Wind
we
Waker.
were when we were setting up. I saw her back there playing Wind Waker.
Yeah,
I was gonna yell at her, but I didn't.
Yeah, and it's making me kind of rethink. Not rethink. It's making me think again about the Wii U and my idea, and this kind of sparks this episode plus this leak, which kind of feeds this episode to happen. Yeah. So, what's what are we talking about? I've lost my train of thought here.
Explain it to me. Explain to me
My idea.
Your idea for this
Right.
Switch. I want it from start to finish. I'm gonna have questions along the way because I really want to get this idea completely out here so we can understand it all completely.
Let's get my idea out there officially in an episode format. We can refer to this episode anytime we say, "What's Geeb's idea? What's his idea about this next gen Switch thing?" And hopefully we don't have to wait too long to find out if my idea is right or wrong. But in the time being, we don't have information, any real solid information. You should know that for the past 3 weeks. No real solid information about the next Switch. So here is my idea of how we can take the idea of the Wii U and take it to the Switch 2. Story time with Geeb. Here we go. The Wii U did a lot of things really nice, okay? The things that it did nice, I
don't want to interrupt you, but I could have done an awesome sound effect right there. If you
I know. I heard like a chime. I heard like a story time with Geeb.
That would have been great. We almost had it.
Yeah.
Would have been a good one.
God damn it, Drip. Stop this. This is a podcast, not a stream. So Drip, my idea.
Yeah.
What the Wii U did well was the fact that you could play your controller, I should say. Your controller is also a screen that had game UI elements on it. So when you're playing your game, there's no need to really pause it unless you have to, because you can just look at the screen that's in your hands already. For Wind Waker, for example, you need to get your hook shot out. And instead of just pausing.
You had menus. You could use it for menus, maps, whatever. There was always an extra thing.
Yeah.
And some games like Star Fox Zero, like you looked at that screen more than you looked at the actual screen, which was stupid. That was really dumb. But yeah.
So my idea basically takes this Wii U and what it does well and what the Switch did well and turn it up a notch on steroids and make what is going to be maybe, potentially, the Switch 2 U. And here's what it's going to be. It is going to be a dock.
Can we call it the Switch U2?
U2.
Please.
Yes, we can. The Switch U2 will feature a dock. We're going to start there. The dock is not just the regular Switch dock. If you open up your Switch dock to modify it, there's just a small circuit board with a couple ports in it, and that's it. There's nothing real on it. Not a lot going on in it. The Switch U2 dock will feature
a beautiful day.
A beautiful day. A beautiful day. It'll feature actual hardware in the Switch itself, in the dock itself. Excuse me, Drip's distracting me. This is hilarious.
I'm sorry.
The Switch U2 will feature hardware in the dock that's going to allow you to play games without your actual Switch tablet itself. Because let me make it clear here. Nintendo is not abandoning the Switch tablet. In fact, the old Switch tablet will be backwards compatible with the new console, right? Hear me out. The Wii U, here we go. It came with this. This is stupid. This is a Wi-Fi screen with buttons. This is dumb. That's what Nintendo got wrong with this thing. This thing, you can't take it more than 20 feet away from your console.
That's the worst part about it. That's the worst part about it.
because of the Wi-Fi limitations. It needs Wi-Fi. The Switch got it right, where it's a battery. It's got a whole unit. The unit is the Switch, and the dock is nothing. Basically, I guess to make this go a little faster, because I don't know, I could ramble about this for hours. Like in my latest video I posted is 20 minutes long. I can ramble for hours. Let's just say this. Your Switch tablet, the mobile portion of the Switch U2 is almost identical. There's really very little difference between the tablet the next gen tablet and the old gen tablet. This is the regular Switch, 2017 Switch. The real difference is that dock. That dock is going to unlock a bunch of capabilities. Number one, it's going to enable a feature where your old Switch tablet or the new Switch tablet that comes with your system is going to wirelessly connect to your dock. Okay, so that way you can use your Switch tablet as your controller with a screen like the Wii U and play games on your TV. You're going to be maxed at 1080p. You're not going to get 4K that way, but you're
getting the second screen.
You're getting a second screen to play with.
We're kind of going back to like DS, 3DS, and Wii U.
And you don't need the tablet to play. You can also just play with the controller and the dock. Your tablet is being used by somebody else even. It doesn't even matter. They can play games on their tablet, but you're playing on the dock itself. So basically it's like 2-in-1 almost.
Well, which is something that the Wii U kind of did, sort of. You could move what was on your screen to the tablet. If somebody else wanted to watch TV, you could play on your tablet alone, as long as you weren't leaving the room. You couldn't leave with it. But as long as you were sitting right there, you could still use the Wii U's tablet as a game screen. So it essentially was just a terrible looking Switch that didn't switch. It was a really bad Switch Lite. That's so
when you're using a tablet with the Switch U2, when you're using the tablet and you're playing games with it on the TV and you're getting that second screen, the experience is going to be minimally different, almost not different at all than your current experience with your hardware. You're going to get the same kind of resolution, same kind of frame rates, maybe slightly upgraded due to some what's the augmented reality? No, some improvements via software. Upscale
like the DLSS.
Yeah, if some software upscaling might help a little bit, but it's going to be largely the same experience. Here's where the game changer happens, though. You take your tablet, you pop it into your dock. Now the two of them work in synchronicity. And now you grab your Pro Controller and you have a system that is capable of modern day graphics, not quite of the level of PS5 or an Xbox Series X or even maybe not even an Xbox Series S in some cases. But it is capable of playing these games that
we'll call it PS4 Pro.
Sure. It's
just
capable,
for argument's sake. We'll just call it that.
It's going to enable Nintendo to have more hardware, more power to work with, and third-party developers to be able to port their games to the Switch, like Jedi Fallen Order or any of these other games out there. Red Dead, that can't be played in Switch. Now they can. They can port their game, and they're going to run at a steady frame rate when you dock it. When you dock it, that's the real key.
Has to be docked.
Has to be docked.
So what happens when it's not docked? Is my question.
The games are not supported, and here's
not
why that's
even in handheld.
And here's
not
why
even
that
only in handheld. Ooh, that's scary.
And here's how that idea is not crazy. Well, you could stream it. You could stream it. Well, I guess maybe you couldn't. I don't know. This is where it gets a little fuzzy. My idea. It's not a perfect idea.
I need to be able to play all the games. See, this is where you've lost me. I need to be able to play. The Switch needs to switch. I do like the fact that, because this is the thing. So when it's docked, you get better performance. When it's undocked, you will get worse performance. But at least in that allows the developers to port their games over. The Switch tablet is not going to be the same exact tablet with the new tablet. While your old one's backwards compatible, you can't play those games on that tablet. You're going to need the new tablet. Well, and we know that whatever the new tablet, let's just say if this new one is something like your idea, we already know whatever's in the new tablet is going to be more powerful than what's in the current one.
Yes, and you're basically this dock.
So even if we're not getting, let's say, PS4 Pro or better from that, I mean, there's rumors out there now that possibly, maybe, we don't know, these might be fake too. We're talking somewhere around PS4 graphics.
Yeah.
For this thing.
So the dock, I guess I botched this explanation, I'm sure, but the dock itself for this new Switch U2 is essentially an external graphics card. That's really what it is.
Okay, that would make sense.
Maybe like an external graphics card with like a Raspberry Pi situation happening, right? So where you can run basic functions. But then when you dock it, you're getting the full experience docked mode. And when you undock it, you're getting a lesser experience, kind of like how the Switch tablet is right now. right? So these new games can be ported. They just will get, because the tablet itself is upgraded, you'll get lesser features similar to how the Switch is currently with most of its games. But when you dock it, that's the difference. The Switch doesn't, when you dock the Switch as it stands right now, the Switch is the same identical experience, just on a bigger TV. Maybe the resolution changed a little bit. But with this new thing, when you dock it, it's a brand new experience, upgrade experience to kind of cater to the docked people.
Okay, so why this isn't completely crazy. Something you have to go back and remember too is that the Switch was, after the Wii U, it was like, okay, they had to do something, and they were kind of in a hurry. I mean, that was a very short generation. The Wii U was in and out. They're like, okay, this is bad. We got to do something. The Switch is basically off the shelf parts.
Yeah.
They didn't really know what was going to happen. They clearly didn't put a lot of like, okay, we're going to customize this. I mean, the Tegra X1 that they use is basically off the shelf. I mean, the sticks they use are like, you could buy those dime a dozen everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they're not anything special. The parts are not anything really special. I don't think they're going to do that again. I think whatever they're making, they are making whatever they're making, especially for what it's going to be for. You know what I mean? So to say that it could do all this stuff, I don't think is completely crazy, because we do look at the Switch and we kind of like limit our thoughts of what it could be just because of what the Switch is. But you kind of got to remember where they were at when they were making the Switch. It wasn't like, all right, let's like, we know this is going to work. Let's throw the kitchen sink at it. This is something they could actually do that with. We already know. Everybody loves the Switch. There's millions of them out there. Everybody loves the Switch. They could be like, here's the new one. And now we've got a new way to switch. Dual screen mode. You've got handheld mode. You've got docked mode. You've got tabletop mode. And now you've got dual screen mode. New way to switch. More power. What more do they need to talk about? Like all the stuff you love about the Switch, only it's twice as powerful and it's got another way to play. Here's new games for it. All your old games work and they look better. Have fun. Also, it's $500.
Someone joked about, now this is not the same Switch that I had. My idea Switch here is not the same Switch, but remember we did with Zach, we did our Switch things, our Switch perfect Switches. Someone joked in the comments that my Switch would be $700, which
I saw
likely. I mean, come on, I had VR in it, I had 1080p screen. I was pushing power in that thing. Yeah, it probably would be $700. So $700. This Switch, however, I really think the price point's there, okay? I think for $400 for the 64 gig model and $500 for a higher gig model, hopefully it's $250. While it's funny, we can laugh at the 4chan thing, I still think that's actually a similar price point. And here's why it's not crazy for that price point for Nintendo to hit that price point where you could buy a PS4 digital for $400 and a PS5 regular for $500. Here's how it's not crazy. Number one, you have the capability of going portable. That's not something a PS5 can do. No matter what you do, nothing you can do about that. Number two, the power is less than the PS5, both versions, yes. But you're getting stuff in the box. The dock actually does stuff this time. It's an external graphics card. The Switch tablet is a similar tablet to last gen's tablet, but better performance in the tablet itself. It'll make third-party games run on the system that previously the Switch could not have ported to it. So there, and also third thing, don't forget about this. They're raising prices on PS5 on Xbox. It's happening. They're not lowering those prices as the system gets older. They're raising those prices. The Switch, add this console to the Switch family, make it backwards compatible in all senses. You can use it as a controller. You can't play Switch U2 games on the Nintendo Switch, but you can use it as a controller for the next system. Well, and even if that's crazy for you and you think that's never going to happen, let's just erase that. Erase that from the mindset here. It's still plausible that your old Switch games will play in this new system, and this new system has a new upgraded tablet that can be used as a screen or on its own, but on its own has lesser graphics, but when you dock it, you get enhanced graphics, something the Switch currently cannot do, and is a big selling point. Not to mention the fact that new way to play, like you so eloquently said, new way to play makes so much sense. That's what Nintendo does. The new way to play is a dual screen game.
Yeah,
That's the
the
new way
new
to play.
Switch. But another thing on price, something you're saying, another reason it kind of works is you're talking about the Switch, which is basically old technology. They're going to upgrade some stuff, but they're not going to be using cutting edge stuff, right?
No.
And then we're talking about
software enhancement is going to be a big deal in this next console.
Okay, and we're talking about adding in things to make it do another thing that they did already. This technology is very old. We already seen them do it with the Wii U. It's done. It's not like it's something new, cutting edge that they have to put a bunch of money into. They've already done it. They did it 10 years ago.
And let me tell you something, Drip. They have a ton of stock. They can reuse parts if they have to.
If it runs kind of off the same type of thing, I guess to get it from one
the
place to the
Wi-Fi
other.
Stuff,
whatever they use to get it from one place to the other. Because that's the thing too. I don't know if you've noticed, but like, it is very responsive as far as like tablet to what's going on screen. Like it's snappy. Yeah, like it works well. Whatever it is, I don't know how that works.
Within 20 feet. Once you get 21 feet, it's like, nah, bro.
No, you can't do anything.
Take a step back. You have a piece of junk in your hands.
Take a step forward. No, come back. Come back. It's like a dog with a shock collar. I'm like, don't get too close to that fence.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you're right. The price is there, and that's something Nintendo does. They use old things in new ways. I mean, that's what they do. IR sensors, like all the stuff they were doing with the motion control, that wasn't new at the time. They just took something old and used it in a very original way. That's what they do. They could take all these pieces and put them together and do what you're saying. I still think it's a great idea. I'd love to see something like that. I'm sure Nintendo could work out the details a little bit better than we can here, because obviously we don't know. But I feel like it's something that could be done.
I think it could be done. I think it's very possible. I think they can even hit the price point. I really do. It's going to be a stretch. But guess what? So was the Switch when it came out. It was a stretch.
It was.
They had to really narrow down what they were doing with it. Cost-cutting measures and everything like that. It's possible. It's so possible. And we're obviously joking about the name, especially the U2 part. There's no way in hell they're going to call this thing.
The Switch U2 is perfect.
No, there's no way my idea is they're gonna actually go, yeah, and we'll brand it similarly as the Wii U, because that was a good idea. I mean, no, they'll never do that, because they're gonna make you think that the Wii U never ever happened, and they're gonna take what was good about this console that failed, because there was plenty good about it, including the game library, which is all on Switch, and the tech itself was pretty damn cool and ahead of its time. It was also, as many things that were ahead of its time, it was enough far behind that it just couldn't make the cut. And now is the time to really make this console shine, do it proud, I should say. Whereas, it didn't do itself proud at its time. But it is now time.
And that's the thing, too. They're going to have to brand it when the U, out the no way.
Not even a question.
Because even if they use this same kind of technology, they're going to have to spin this and brand it in a way where it doesn't look like a Wii U.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They can't make it look like, it's no. Well, which is actually going to be pretty easy, because they didn't even make the Wii U look like the Wii U. They made the Wii U look like a controller for the Wii.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's possible. It's very possible. It's very interesting.
They need to learn from their old mistakes.
Love the idea. Geeb, I love it so much. I just want to give you a round of applause. It's a fantastic idea. Give it up for our guy.
I love your face when you make a sound effect over there. Your cheeks come to your eyeballs. You're smiling so high. And you're just so proud of yourself when you think you made it funny.
I did. That was funny. That was nice. It was good.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are nice and good, we're going to get off of that and finish off this podcast by, those of you who are left watching, you probably stopped. When I open my mouth, you probably stopped watching. Let's be honest. But, we're going to finish off this podcast with a big fat thank you. We're going to thank you guys, because we've had this is our chance to kind of relive 2023, the halfway point of 2023. Which remember in June, last month, I had said there was the halfway point, and like there was comments that were making fun of me, like, it's not the halfway point, bro. You messed up. I'm like, I did mess up. That would be July 1st would be the halfway point, not June 1st.
Yeah, is it? Wait, this is the 6th month, right?
That's right. After the completion of this, this is the 7th month. After the completion
completion of
the 6th month is the halfway point, which is July 1st. That's the halfway point, not June 1st. Anyway,
Okay.
at the halfway point here of the year.
Glad we got that cleared up.
Yes. I thought that was funny. At the halfway point, we can kind of relive and look back at the year that just happened. I have some general analytics that I put down on the screen here. Just some, first and foremost, the most recent thing, we just became partners on YouTube. Drip.
Yeah, we did. We sure did. All right.
Thank you
Love
to
that.
Thank
you
to
guys so much.
Yeah, but seriously, on a serious note, thank you guys for that. We could not done it without you guys. We started the year around 400 subs, and now we're touching 600, and we're just past the halfway point. So thank you guys for letting us double, basically like what we gained 50% of our audience here this year. Whatever the numbers are. Yeah, thank you guys. That's big deal. That's really big for us to be able to get fan funding involved in all this and be YouTube partners. That's awesome. Really appreciate you guys for that.
Yeah.
And I said a second ago, I'll say it again. We have set a goal that this year would be 500 subs. Drip and I were like, we got to get to 500 subs this year. We have to, because at that point our sub growth was not very good, and we're like, we got to do this, and we surpassed that, and we got to the halfway point, and we've surpassed that, and we're still going. So thank you guys for all the subs this year. Some audio positive things for you audio listeners. We have basically, not quite, but basically doubled our audience on the audio
crazy.
side of things.
That is crazy. Yeah. Like I'm really happy that this is happening too, because we talked about. I mean, there's more to talk about here, but we talked about this last year. Towards the end of the year, we were like, okay, if we're gonna do this, if we're actually gonna do this, we have to start actually doing this. And I feel like you've said it several times, and I feel like you're right. This has been like our first 2 seasons. We're kind of like we're figuring it out. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to get. I feel like this year we've really hit that. Like we got it. We haven't missed a week. We haven't missed 1 week. That's another milestone. We set a goal that this whole year we're gonna. Obviously there's still a year left here, but we're gone. I'm going on vacation. We're taking time off, and we're not missing a week. And not only we're not missing a week, but there's multiple videos and podcast audio episodes coming out on my week. When I'm going to be you're
away.
not even going to be. Yeah,
we're not only not missing, but we're actually giving you some additional content as well. So I mean that for this episode, for example, this is something we would not have done before, and we're doing it now because we're committed. We're committed to an episode every single week.
I will say this:
no matter what.
Geeb has not missed a week. I missed a few.
Oh yeah, you did miss a week.
There was a few points where I missed. Early in the year, I missed some weeks.
And listen, hopefully, knock on wood, something doesn't happen to me where I have to miss some time as well. But you had to miss some time, and it's understandable.
I don't think I could do it without you. I don't think I can do this without you. I can't. You can do it without me. I don't think I could put this show on without you.
New goal for 2023 for the rest of the year: we have to get Drip to do at least 2 podcast intros successfully.
Wow!
New goal. Setting it right now. Maybe starting next week. Drip.
We'll practice. We'll practice in the after. That's what we'll do for the after show. We'll practice that.
So that's a new goal. We gotta get Drip get self-sufficient over here. Drip, you gotta be able to do this yourself.
I don't want to do it without you, Geeb.
You gotta drive. You drive all the time. You're nervous about the words, and I don't know why. I don't know why you're so nervous about the words. It's just words, man.
I'm not nervous about the words. I just don't remember them.
You come up with. Stop it. You gotta come up with something. Listen, I messed up the intro for 2 solid years in a row, man.
You did.
Because it takes time to build it. I get it.
Yeah, and I love being able to give you shit for that every single week. I mean, I feel like it was kind of like a thing. It was kind of our thing.
Yes, it was.
You messed the intro up. I gave you shit for it.
Yeah, now
got to laugh.
We don't do that anymore. I'm too good.
Well, yeah, you just do it right now.
So I think we'll warm you up first. We'll butter you up first. Instead of doing big intros, we'll get you doing outros. And once you get good at outros. Then you'll do.
I don't want to do outros. I can do intros better.
I don't believe you.
I could for sure. Outro, I don't even know. Intro, at least I have a pretty good idea of what you do in the intro.
Yeah,
we'll worry about that in a bit.
And also one more thing on the audio side of things, we basically just in general, we basically double, but not quite. But the biggest thing is that those of you who are listening, who like maybe were fringe listeners, we'll say, who come in maybe once a month just like to check us out. It seems like most of you guys are coming in every week now. We got you. We sucked you into our dumb little thing we got going on here. And you're listening to us or watching us every week. Well, in this case, we're listening. You guys, I'm talking about audio analytics. You guys are listening to us every week. You got us on auto download, and it really helps us out. And you guys are listening, and it's awesome. Thank you guys for those of you who were on the fringe before. and
For
like
real.
you're sticking around for the thing. You even joined some live streams as well to say hi to us, which I endorse. If you guys want to come and say hi, if you're audio people only, come say hi to us in the live stream. We're
Yeah, the
friendly.
live stream is that's the whole point. We love to do this live. I mean, like, you know, we talked about doing this one tonight, not live, and I was not excited about that.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about it either. So I'm glad we did this for our Discord people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so audio side of things, we video side of things, YouTube, we have done shorts. I didn't quite hit my goal of an episode every day, which, let's be honest, that was a high bar.
That was. I mean,
I will be.
Would be fine.
I'll be honest, I burnt myself out with that. That's why it's been so long. I was doing it pretty much every day. I even got sick. I was in the bathroom on the floor for a day straight. And during that time, this is a while ago. Remember during that short time? Yeah. I still managed to get my ass in this chair and get an episode or a YouTube short made because I was trying to. That's how dedicated I was to the idea. I was really sick and I was very dedicated to this idea. So I want to get back to that. I want to get back to more YouTube shorts. Maybe some second half of 2023 thing. One a week minimum. I think I need to start. That's something I need to do. I need to start getting us some YouTube shorts. Minimum once a week because I can do that. There's no excuse. I can do that. So yeah, but that's actually negative. We're only talking about positives here. But we did YouTube shorts. That's something that's a positive.
I have a sad sound. Do you want me to play it?
No.
Okay, you
Do
sure?
not. Yes.
I can do it right now.
Don't do it.
I'll do it. For the YouTube shorts, it's fine. Sorry, go ahead. You were saying?
And we had some guests. We had some new guests on this year, which we wanted to do. We wanted to kind of network
and we need to do more. More guests.
We do need more.
More
we
guests.
Need more.
I think the second half of the year we should try to double the amount of guests we had in the first half of the year.
I would agree with that. So thanks to Zach and thanks to what's his name? Is D-Rock. D-Rock always.
All things Zelda.
Thank you to you two for being our brand new guests for this year.
Yeah, we've had Shibby on too.
Yeah, but brand new guests. And as far as returning people like Shibby, thank you for hopping on this year as well. We really do appreciate you guys for that. And plan to have you guys back on as well as some new people. We love to network. We want to meet some new people in the content space.
Yeah, and actually, now that we're talking about this, if there's anybody out there that you guys think would be a good guest, let us know in the comments of either the YouTube video or on
Twitter.
Wherever.
Twitter is the way you contact us right now.
Oh, is
might be,
it?
I mean, it's been for a while, but might be Threads.
Whatever.
Might be Threads.
Either way, do that. That would be great.
Do that. Right at DripJeep on Twitter. That's us. That's our handle. Find us over there. Tell us who you want. Yeah. Oh yeah. Listener. I didn't even check for listener of the week this week. That's my bad. Didn't even think about that. We'll do that on this Thursday.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we'll do it this Thursday. It's fine.
Yeah, so that'll be in the past for you guys. Yeah, Drip. I mean, just again, one more little thank you to everybody who supported us through 2023. We still have half the year to go. Have not met our goals yet because the year's not over. But once we hit that, I'm assuming on this current track we're doing, we're going to hit our goals. We're going to. I think we're actually going to exceed a lot of our goals. We already have exceeded some of our goals for this year.
Yeah, we have.
And we'll continue to do that. So the second half of this episode was just kind of reserved for you guys who, let's be honest, 90% of people click off after the first 2 minutes of this episode. I can see the YouTube analytics. Like, there's not, I mean, like, lots of people click, but only you guys who really matter are listening right now. We appreciate you guys for that, for hanging around, for listening to our episodes, listening to our stupid banter, like most of this episode was, at least for me. I was very stupid this episode. I apologize. But yeah, guys, Drip, anything else for you, man?
Well, I hope you're having a great vacation right now. Hope you're enjoying the sand.
Yeah.
I will probably still be here. So
probably
that.
Probably. You did just take a week off though with the kids. That was cool.
I did take a week off with the kids. Yeah, that was much needed. I feel a lot better, ready to go. Got a video filmed last night.
Edited by this morning.
Yep. And I'm going to film some more. Maybe not. I was going to do something. I think I'm just going to go to bed. I'm just going to have a nice early night.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Go to bed.
To be happy and relaxed is way better than stressed and overachieving.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just get up in the morning and record one then. Doesn't matter.
Do that, man. I mean, I will say this, though. The earlier you get it to me, the better, because tomorrow will be Wednesday. And I'm only available for the next 3 or 4 days.
You'll have 2 more tomorrow. There'll be 2 more in there. Don't worry.
Beautiful drip. Cool, guys. Well, I would say we'll see you this Thursday, but, for this one, we're going to see you on August 4th. That's going to be a Friday. That's going to be our next, as far as this episode's concerned, our next live episode. These bush peaches, they are getting me, dude. They are making me burp, man. And I already have a bad indigestion. I can't.
This is
half this episode was me having a burp right here.
Yeah, this thing I'm drinking, this Vizzy thing, my beer of the week. Yes, very, very burpy.
Fizzy,
burpy.
right? Wouldn't you say?
It's not fizzy, it's Vizzy. Very busy.
So as far as you guys are concerned, this Friday, the August 4th will be, that's actually next week for you guys. Next week, August 4th, will be the next time you, Drip and I, are live, back in our homes right where I am sitting right now. That's for you guys. But as far as you guys are hanging on Discord, we'll hang out for a few more minutes, check out there. We'll stick in, say hi to you, say goodbye to you, and all that good stuff. Those of you listening, thank you for listening to this banter episode. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining.
It was.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Later.